Welcome to the Chud Report. Today we are talking about the silence of the hams. Because, and if you guys have these people in your life and you had a similar experience this past Thanksgiving, go ahead and leave a comment. Tell us about it. But for the first time in a decade, the MAGA victory lap has turned into a funeral procession.
Keep America great.
This time around, they won everything, and now they have nothing to say. I mean, unless you count the constant heavy mouth breathing every single one of his supporters has. And we could go way back before 2016, because most of these people came out of the racist closet. Is that a thing? I know Lindsey Graham came out of the closet, but a lot of them came out of the racist closet during the Obama presidency. Obama probably hates Thanksgiving, probably hates turkey, hates America.
They can rip my turkey from my cold, dead hand.
There's that
He promised
KFC
change,
taking it.
but when dinner is served, he takes the best and leaves you only Dijon.
That Dijon mustard, this guy right here, who, put Dijon mustard on his burger. Fox News ran 24/7 with that story until they got to the tan suit story. That guy right there. And seriously, anyone that lived during that time, is it out of that purview that Fox News would say Obama hates Thanksgiving? But then you have this guy, this weird ranting, mascara-wearing, whatever he is. I don't know. I think he wants to be a stand-up comedian. He should go down to that Joe Rogan mothership. He's about the talent level that they have down here. Here he is trying out some new material. Because remember his last material? What was it? It was something like, oh, Democrats they want to ban you from drinking Diet Mountain Dew because it's so woke. And then no one laughed and he was like, you guys are great. Well, he's got some new material. Is it better? You decide.
Thanksgiving, what we celebrate tomorrow, that is a uniquely American thing. That's why, for example, we have, turkey. Think about turkey.
Think about it.
Who really likes, be honest with yourselves, who really likes turkey?
Lunch meat?
You're all full of shit. Everybody who raised your hand.
Oh,
I know. Think about it. And here's how I know that every single one of you who raised your hand is lying to me. How many times do you roast an 18-pound turkey just randomly? Just, a nice summer afternoon, we're going to go get an 18-pound turkey.
He's doing a bit.
Nobody does it because turkey doesn't actually taste that good. But on Thanksgiving, on the most American holiday, I got a fan over here. On the most American holiday, we're going to cook a turkey, by God, because that's what Americans do.
The vice president is doing a bit while the Secretary of Defense is blowing up fishermen illegally, circling back around and then blowing up the fishermen swimming away from their boat. The vice president of the United States is 1,000 miles away from his wife, and I'm sure she's happy about that. This is how she used to look, and this is when she drank from the wrong cup in Last Crusade, right?
He chose poorly.
Why does Obama hate turkeys? Why does Obama hate the farmers that raise the turkeys? This would be on the news 24/7. Now look, this isn't the Bulwark, so you're not going to have a full episode of me clutching my pearls at the hypocrisy. Oh my God. 10 years in, can you imagine? Can you believe the blatant hypocrisy that we've witnessed every single day for 10 years? Can you believe it? I think we're all past that point. As a channel, as an audience to this channel, and as a country as a whole, hypocrisy does not matter to them. That's not what this is about. They know a guy up there wearing mascara, insulting Thanksgiving in some weird comedy bit is weird. They know that Trump crypto is PayPal to bribe him. They know all this. They know everything. They know he went to the island. But here's the thing. They just don't care. Here's a cheat sheet for the modern Republican movement. It's built on a simple rule. Nothing ever matters until it happens directly to them. Nothing matters until it happens to me. And a perfect example for anyone that missed it, the Indiana redistricting map, right? A map designed to lock in Republican power for a decade. They're going around, they're picking up their voters, they're shopping for them. It just failed. And do you know why? Because a Republican state senator named Michael Bohasek voted against it. Did I get his last name right? I don't care. Now, why would a loyal Republican do that? You think he suddenly cared about democracy? Huh? 10 years in? Counting the Tea Party? 20 years in? Did he suddenly care about all those voices he was disenfranchising in his state? If you think he did, go ahead and raise your hand. Now smack yourself with that hand you raised up. He voted no because Donald Trump went on Truth Social last week and he called Governor Tim Walz a retard. And Senator Balsack here has a daughter with Down syndrome. So you go to Twitter, right? And this guy says, finally, a Republican not lowering his standards. Look, Charlie Brennan, I don't know who you are. You look kind of old for it, but you were obviously born last night, all right? This dude is a loyal Republican. He's voted for everything else. He didn't care when Trump assaulted women. He didn't care when Trump mocked POWs. He doesn't care. He's covering up the Epstein files. January 6th didn't even make it onto his radar. Masked men in the street disappearing people? Nah, don't care about that. Actually, we like it. But the literal second the slur applied to his own daughter, he finally grew a spine. He finally found the line. And so, Charlie, you can go ahead and call this the empathy gap. They don't have family values. They have my family values. If you aren't in their immediate circle, we see this every day. You do not exist. They will let the world burn around them as long as the sparks don't start landing on their driveway. And when they do, I'm offended now, right? Also, breaking news to the people out there, to the Christians. We're a party of Christians. There's God, there's Jesus, and then there's Trump. Some breaking news. The President of the United States tweeted out to the world that a governor of one of the states is a retard. I had to stay after class in 6th grade. I was vice president in 6th grade too, so this was kind of a political scandal also, but I had to stay after class in 6th grade because I called this kid named Rory a retard. And in my defense, technically, he was medically retarded. But they were holding me, the 6th grader, 6th grade MJ, these Mormons in Utah were holding me to a higher standard than the man they voted for president 3 times. And so this brings me back to the Thanksgiving table because I wanted to see if this applied to old Uncle Rick, old Aunt Christy. I tested the waters with an appetizer, the Epstein files. Remember last year, Uncle Rick? You were foaming at the mouth. Just you wait once Trump gets back in. He's going to release the real list. It's going to take down the whole DNC. How would you feel if Bill Clinton got arrested? Well, if he's on the list, I wouldn't care. Yeah, you would. You love Bill Clinton. I was 12, but okay. Now smash cut to this year's Thanksgiving. The silence at the dinner table was louder than the jet engine on that Lolita Express because the storm wasn't a hurricane from last year that he was on board for. It was a light drizzle of embarrassment. No mass arrests of Democrats. Didn't happen. And the more they looked into it, the more it was just more and more Trump. More connections, more cover-up. But that wasn't the area of conversation this year. Nah, Aunt Chrissy was interested in what went into this green bean casserole. What are these new ingredients? What's the nutritional value? Judging by Aunt Chrissy's ass, she hasn't cared about the nutritional value of anything since 1989. But on this Thanksgiving, there's certain things they didn't want to talk about. Come on, Uncle Rick, remember the list? The list they say doesn't exist now? What's that Uncle Rick mumbled to me? We need to separate the man from the policies, right? The man is a sex trafficker. We need to set him apart from the laws he's making for all of us. Separate the man from the policies. Separate the tumor from the polyp. And after that tasty appetizer, it was time for the main course.
And we will not bend, we will not break.
What about the hidden documents that
came out? You want to know what I think? You people are so dumb I can add a tariff, and then when I take that tariff away, you think prices drop. Sir.
And that's what they are. And this is where the silence got really heavy because we didn't just have a quiet dinner. We had an expensive dinner, you know. Uncle Rick, Aunt Chrissy, they bought over an $8 pumpkin pie. No booze, no sides, an $8 pumpkin pie that they took home with them when they left. That's what they bought over. And they'd been told all week by Fox News that Thanksgiving is cheaper. It's so much cheaper this year. Trump is out there taking a victory lap, bragging. The Walmart basket, he's calling the Trump Walmart basket, is down 25% from the Biden Walmart basket. This is how they're judging it. Fox News runs with it. Watch this guy.
The cost of Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
Got some good news, America. A little bit of good news, all right? Average cost for 10 people. Average cost now for 10 people. 2 years ago was $61. This year it's down to $55
for 10
per
people,
person now. Not for all 10 people.
Okay. Per
but
person.
for all the folks that you're having over here. Prices right now, turkey's said to be lower, and that's really helping out right now. 16-pound turkey is said to be $21.50, all right? Got a little pumpkin pie mix, $4.16. Sandra, how much is a gallon of whole milk?
Okay.
How much is a gallon of whole milk?
I'm going to say 4 because I'm cheating and I rounded up from what you saw.
I dig it. It's like a presidential test, right? $3.73. Boom, it can be yours. Come on down here. I love cranberries. Whole berry cranberries, one of my favorites right now, $2.28.
Whole berry cranberries. See what they're doing? They're telling you something to your face. Back when this all first started, quotes from 1984 would come out. And Aunt Chrissy said, 1984? It's the last time my ass fit in these jeans. 1984, the book. The party told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears. It was their final, most essential command. That one relates the most to where we are right now. So, I counted them up. I said, Fox News said $50 for each of us. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How much was the Thanksgiving dinner? How much did we spend? $400. Now, I'm not very good at math, but that's not $50 per person. So I asked. I said, where did all that money go? My wife said, well, MJ, it's because I bought food. So I went and looked up this miracle $40 basket Trump is bragging about that Fox News is propping up. Yeah, it's cheaper. Do you know why it's cheaper? Because they removed the food. I'm not even joking. So right there at the dinner table, I pulled up the list. I said, hey, Uncle Rick, you know why this year's basket is cheaper? They took out the pecan pie. They took out the sweet potatoes. They removed the fresh onions. They removed the celery. They replaced the cranberry sauce with raw cranberries. Good luck with that. And they swapped out all the name brands for great value sludge. It's not a discount, Aunt Chrissy. It's a diet. It's the Ozempic Thanksgiving special. You're paying less because you're eating 25% less calories. It's probably why you're getting lightheaded, Aunt Chrissy. And the gaslighting is insane because whoever went out and bought the groceries for Thanksgiving, even if you're a chud watching this and you ended up footing the bill, you know how much it was. This guy on TV just lying to you. Why? So you could just nod still after 10 years? Like I said, this is not about hypocrisy. I know who you people are, and I know what you want. But the fact of the matter is grocery prices are up 2.7% this year. And yeah, the only item that was cheaper this year was the turkey. But as the Vice President of the United States says,
you're all full of shit.
But aforementioned, I was raised better than the man who these Christians voted for. The man these Mormons voted for 3 times in a row. Because if I was not, this is how I would talk to them.
But they go cuckoo. Something happens to them.
Your DOJ IG just reported this year that there was thorough vetting by DHS and by the FBI of these Afghans.
This is how I address them.
US. So why do you blame the Biden administration?
Because they let them in. Are you stupid? Are you a stupid person? Because they came on a plane along with thousands of other people that shouldn't be here. And you're just asking questions because you're a stupid person.
Are you a stupid person? If I wasn't raised to be the president of the United States, someone they elected, I have way too good of manners. But the crazy thing is that reporter was right. Trump's administration vetted the guy who did this. And this National Guard lady, she signed up to serve her country. She wasn't supposed to be out there policing her country. There's only one person that killed this lady, and that's him. That's the president right there. So to wrap up this meal, to have a good dessert, let's get into the corruption. Do you remember Hunter Biden? You remember this guy in all his meetings, this Coomer right here? For 4 years, for 4 Thanksgivings, I had to hear about Hunter Biden. I had to hear the laptop from hell. I had to hear about the big guy You know, my Uncle Rick telling me that Hunter Biden's making $20 million from a Ukrainian energy company. So that's the end of the American Republic. All of them need to go to jail. Everybody needs to go to jail. We got to lock them up. So I decided to do a little welfare check on this outrage. Wonder how it's going these days. Uncle Rick, you remember that $20 million? That was a lot of money, right? You were pretty mad about that the last couple years, the last 4 years. Because I got something to tell you. The Trump family just made $10 billion on a crypto scam in 6 months. 20 million. 10 million. I'm not doing the thing the kids do, 6, 7. I'm doing 20 million down here, 10 billion up here somewhere. Trump launched World Liberty Financial, pumped the coin, rug pulled the investors, and walked away with billions while their supporters lost their life savings. And the people that didn't lose their life savings, they were doing a payoff to him. This was a PayPal directly to him for corruption because crypto, flies under the radar. He got rid of all Biden's people who set all the rules around it. They pulled out all the rules. So it's a legal way, a legal way for him to take bribes from everybody. Now, is that bad, Uncle Rick? Is that bad, or is that just smart now? Aunt Chrissy over there edging in, can you pass the pumpkin pie? Quiet, piggy. Because it's not just the crypto. It's the, $400 million Boeing jet. And then the next week, Qatar gets a new defensive deal. The Swiss, I brought that up. Did you see the gold bar? Uncle Rick, that they gave him? A Swiss billionaire walked into the Oval Office, handed Trump a golden bar, $150,000 engraved gold bar and a Rolex. And 3 days later, the Swiss got their tariff slashed in half. This is not an episode about hypocrisy because we know exactly who these people are. But Uncle Rick, look at me. If Joe Biden had taken a gold bar from a Swiss banker, they would be building the gallows in the front yard right now. If Hunter Biden had been given a hotel by the government of Qatar, they would have stormed the Capitol again. So why? Why is he so quiet now? And I finally got my answer with pumpkin all over his face. I finally got it. He looked tired. And he said the most honest thing he's ever said to me. He said, my wife is a piggy. Now, he said, because we won, MJ. We won, and winners get the gold. The guy who brought the $8 pie that he took home with him. We won. We get the gold. So yeah, it was a quiet Thanksgiving. But don't let the silence fool you. It's the sound of the country being sold off for parts, one gold bar at a time. And frankly, I liked it better when we were all screaming at each other. The Chud Report. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. This was a shorter episode. I'm putting together a bigger episode on a bigger subject, so it's taking some time. It's taking some research. I have to write it out. But I hope you all got some rest and look out for that new episode. And that's all I got for you. Oh, Chud Report.
Who really likes, be honest with yourselves, who really likes turkey?